I'm Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop, and today we're starting our Autumn Nights Mystery Quilt Along, which is our free quilt along for 2025. Download your fabric requirements and your free patterns at Fat Quarter Shop. Links to the patterns are in the description box. We have an Autumn Nights quilt kit available at Fat Quarter Shop. It is very limited quantity, but this is what will come in your quilt kit, is all of this fabric. These are your fabrics for your block. This is for your binding. This is your border, and this is your backing. So the kit does include your backing this time. And for this week's block, these are the 4 fabrics we will be using. This kit features the Agatha Road collection by Fig Tree and Company for Moda Fabrics, and for the first block, you only need these 4 fabrics. We also have a free cross-stitch pattern that coordinates with our Autumn Mystery at Fat Quarter Shop. A link to that is also in the description box. Before we start, let's talk about thread. I use Aurifil 100% cotton 50 weight, and on this quilt, I'm going to use color 2000, which is a cream, but because it has black, some people will use a light gray. You just want to lay your thread on your fabric and make sure it doesn't contrast too much. I think more people will use the gray thread because you can see it less. I just happen to have a lot of color 2000 in my drawer, so that's what I'm going to use. So use whatever thread you like, and definitely use 100% cotton. After you've gathered your sewing supplies, let's get started. For week 1, we're going to be making 3 Autumn Star blocks. They're super fun because they have wonky points. So you're going to start with a fabric A rectangle and a fabric D square. On the wrong side of the fabric D square, you're going to draw a line from corner to corner, and this one you're going to put on the right side of your rectangle. You're going to stitch directly on that line, trim a 1/4 inch away, and then this is what your unit looks like. And I mentioned a wonky point. Now you're going to take the fabric E, which is a completely different size, put that on the left end, stitch on that line, trim a 1/4 inch away, and this is what your point looks like. It's so cute. You're going to make 4 star points from each gray fabric, and since we're using 3 gray fabrics, you will have a total of 12. So now we're going to take those star point units and we're going to create stars. Each of our stars, we're going to use the matching fabrics. So put your fabric C in the center and all of your gray lines up. Then you're going to add the backgrounds to the outside, which are your fabric B's. Then you're just going to sew with a 1/4 inch seam, press according to the pattern, and then sew your second seam and press. Here are your 3 Autumn Star blocks, and they all are 7.5 inches unfinished. So that completes week 1 of our Autumn Nights Mystery Quilt Along. Let me know if you prefer Halloween or autumn themed mystery quilt along, since we do these every year. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hi, I'm Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop, and today the leaves start to fall in our Autumn Nights Mystery Quilt Along. Download the fabric requirements and the free falling leaf block patterns at Fat Quarter Shop. Links are in the description box. The fabrics you need for week 2 are 3 prints that are black and 1 background. We are using the Agatha Road collection by Fig Tree and Company for Moda Fabrics. We also have a free cross-stitch pattern that coordinates with the Autumn Nights Mystery Quilt Along. A link is in the description box. After you've gathered your supplies, let's get sewing. To start the falling leaf blocks, you're going to start with half square triangles, which are super easy. You're going to take a fabric A and a fabric E, put those right sides together, and you're going to draw a line from corner to corner. Then from there, you're going to stitch a 1/4 inch away from the center. And here, we're showing you this in red thread just so you can see what it looks like. Then you're going to cut this in half, and that gives you 2 half square triangles. You're going to press that, and this is what it looks like. We press this open. It's totally up to you on how you want to press it. And we made these a little bit bigger so you can trim them down. So you just put a Creative Grids 2.5 inch square ruler on top of that, making sure you have fabric on all of the sides. and then just trim. And if you want to use triangle paper, you can use 2-inch finished triangles on a roll triangle paper. And what you're going to be making is 4 half square triangles for each block, meaning you're going to have 12 total. Now each of your leaves will need a stem, so we're going to make that using fabric F and fabric C squares. You're going to take your dark fabric and on the top right, put a fabric C square stitched directly on the line, trim a 1/4 inch away and press. Then you're going to add the other fabric to the bottom left, stitch directly on the line, trim a 1/4 inch away and press. And this time you're going to be making one of these units from each print. Now this is such a beginner block. You're just going to take the 4 half square triangles you made and your stem unit. You want to make sure your half square triangles are facing inward, 3 fabric F squares and a fabric B square. And make sure everything is lined up correctly. You're going to sew these 3 together, press, these 3 together, press. Once you have 3 rows, you will sew those 3 rows together. So this is your leaf unit. You're going to add a fabric D to the right, and on the bottom you're going to do a combination of fabric D and fabric G, sew those together, and then you'll sew the top and the bottom together. Now for week 2, you have made 3 falling leaf blocks that are unfinished at 7.5 inches square. That completes week 2 of our Autumn Nights Mystery Quilt Along. Let me know if you prefer these free quilt alongs that are more beginner friendly or more advanced. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hi, I'm Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop, and today we're visiting the pumpkin patch in our Autumn Nights Mystery Quilt Along. Download your fabric requirements and your free Harvest Pumpkin Blocks patterns at Fat Quarter Shop. Links to these are in the description box. The fabric you need for week 3 are 3 pumpkin prints, 1 background, and 1 stem print. We're using the Agatha Road collection by Fig Tree & Co. from Moda Fabrics. We also have a free cross-stitch pattern to accompany our Autumn Mystery at Fat Quarter Shop. A link is in the description box. After you've gathered your supplies, let's get sewing. Now when you cut your pumpkins, you're going to be using 3 different fabrics, and some of the fabrics you're going to cut more than once. So if you look in the pattern, we have this laid out in a very scrappy manner. You can make all 3 of your blocks the same, or you can move them around and make them all scrappy. It's totally up to you. But you're going to take your fabric and you're going to find the center of each one. Then you're going to line up the centers and stitch with a 1/4 inch seam, and you're going to do that on all of these seams. And you're going to do this to join all of your rectangles. Once you have that put together, this is what it looks like, and you can see it's not perfectly lined up. That's totally fine. What we're going to do now is trim this down, and what I like to do is fold it in half twice. And I'm just going to put a little fabric crease here, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And here you can just see your fabric crease right here. Then we're going to take a 7.5 inch square ruler, find the center, and you're going to place it right here. So here I'm cutting 2 sides, and you're going to make 3 of these, and this is the start of your very first pumpkin. Now you have your pumpkin block. You're going to take your fabric B squares, draw a line from corner to corner. I'm going to place this on each corner. You can either use pins or you can use the seam-align glue. I just place the glue where it's far enough away from the line that when I trim off, I won't have any glue left on my fabric. I like using this glue and letting it dry before I sew. I get really accurate results with this product. Once you have that, if you look at it on the front and the back, you shouldn't see the front from the back or the back from the front. You're going to stitch directly on those lines, trim a 1/4 inch away from the line, and press. And this is your pumpkin. Now, for the next step, you want to make sure all your pumpkins are facing diagonally this way. You're going to place 2 fabric A rectangles with your fabric F square. Sew these with a 1/4 inch seam and sew these together. Once that is done, you will attach this to the top of your pumpkin, and I'm going to show you all 3 of the pumpkin blocks. They should be 7.5 by 8.5 inches unfinished. And if you look at ours, we placed our fabric different, so we have a scrappy look, but like I said before, you can do yours all scrappy or all the same. That completes week 3 of our Autumn Nights Mystery Quilt Along. Next week, we're going to take all of the blocks we've been making and turn them into a nice quilt. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Hi, I'm Kimberly, and today I'm going to give you my tips on how to assemble the final quilt in the Autumn Nights free Mystery Quilt Along. You can download the fabric requirements and your free finishing pattern at Fat Quarter Shop. The link to all of this is in your description box. To assemble your quilt, you're going to need your 3 autumn star blocks that were made in week 1, your 3 falling leaf blocks which were made in week 2, your 3 harvest pumpkin blocks from week 3. Your sashing fabric is going to be the same as your background fabric. This is your outer border, and this is the Agatha Road collection by Fig Tree for Moda Fabrics. After you have all your blocks and your fabric, let's start assembling your quilt. So we have our blocks laid out, and I don't think it's important that you have the exact star fabrics in the same spot and the exact pumpkin blocks. As long as they're in the same placement, you're totally fine. The one thing that I do think is important is to make sure all of your maple leaf blocks go the same direction. And I'm going to talk about how I assemble this. You're going to have 3 different blocks in each column and 2 fabric A's. Your B's will be your sashing that go in between. So let's talk about how we pin these. What I like to do is just put them right sides together, and then I like to pin on each end and then twice in between. And I'm just going to do that on each row. And as I pin, I can set it aside. I'm going to pin every column and mass sew them, and I'll keep them in stacks so I know the difference between column 1, 2, and 3, and we'll be back once I have all of this sewn. So I have all of my columns put together, and I have my fabric B strips cut to the exact size. What I'm going to do is find the very center. I find the center here. I match the centers, pin each end, and then a pro tip is right here, add an extra pin this way, because when you're sewing, you don't want it to sag down and be crooked. And I like to sew with the sashing on the top. I feel like it just goes nicer through the machine. And you're gonna pin this together and this together. Once you have that together, you're gonna sew them all together using that same technique, pinning in the center and adding those pins at the end with this extra pin. I'm gonna sew all this together and I will be right back. Our quilt center is done. This is 23.5 by 24.5. I'm gonna show you how to add the inner borders first. I cut those to the exact size they're supposed to be. Some people take the average. I never do that. This is cut the exact size it should be according to the pattern. And I'm gonna find the center. And you can either pin that center or you can just finger press. It's totally up to you. And then you're lining up those centers. And I'm gonna do that same technique where if you add this extra pin right here, it won't move and you'll have a nice clean edge. So I'm gonna add the 2 sides first, pinning exactly like this, and I'll be back once I have these sewn on. I'm using a 1/4 inch foot, and again, I put that inner border on the top when I'm feeding the quilt through the machine. So now I'm gonna do the same technique with the top and bottom inner borders. So one thing I forgot to say is when you had your double pins right here, don't remove those until you're about 10 inches into your sewing. And when you press, this should be a nice 90-degree angle. So that's one way to add borders. I'm going to show you another way. Now we're going to add our outer borders. On the pattern, it says they should be 26.5 inches. So what I'm going to do is put this right on my mat. So I'm going to put a pin at the 26.5 and the 0. Then I'm going to fold it and I'm going to connect the 2 pins I just marked right here and find the center. I'll chop off any of this excess just to kind of get it out of my way. Find the center of the side. Find the center of the quilt. I'm adding the side borders first. And we're using that same technique, just slightly different. Pin in the center, pin at each end. And you can still put these double pins here just to secure it. It's just going to have more fabric over here. And I think once you try this technique, you'll never do your borders differently. And then you're going to pin all the way across. And I'm going to sew this with a 1/4 inch seam. And on this final border, right at the beginning and the end, I am going to backstitch. So now I have this added, and what I want to do is I want to trim this. For trimming this down, I always use my 6.5 by 12.5 inch ruler. I feel like it's just the perfect size of Creative Grid ruler to trim these. And what I'll do is I line up one line on my seam, one line on the border, and trim. Now, in addition to that, move this up and cut anything that's just a little bit off because I want that to be a 90-degree angle. I'm going to do that on all 4 sides. So now I'm going to add the top and bottom borders. I'm going to use that same technique where I measure. This should be 31.5. Find the centers, match the centers, pin it on, and do that for both sides. Now my quilt top is done. It's 31.5 by 32.5, and I hope you try my border technique so you can have really nice borders. Our finished quilt is 31 by 32, and I wanted to show you how it looks once we got it quilted. You can see that the sashing and background really tied together. We added a black binding to tie to the stems and the leaves, and we put a nice low volume floral on the back. That completes our Autumn Nights Mystery Quilt Along. Share your finished quilts with us with hashtag AutumnNightsQAL and let me know what fabric collection you used. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.